Welcome back to JB Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at a 2020 Ford F450, and I have a viewer today, Robert Poe.
Hi.
So this is his beautiful, beautiful Ford. I cannot wait to show you guys around this truck. And as you guys know, my trailer's on the other side. We're going to do some towing videos. Let's get started.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. So I did make a mistake when I said 2020. It's going to be a 2021 F450, dual rear wheel, 4-wheel drive, crew cab. And check out this color too. It's the antimatter blue, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now this does have the 10-speed, and then here's a quick look at your standard equipment. And here are all the options for the truck too. So as you guys know, the 6.7 is standard on the F450, so you can't get the 7.3 FX4 pack, which is $400. You have the supplemental heater for $250, and really the most expensive package is the power moonroof twin panel. And then up next is the adaptive steering. So this has the adaptive steering on it, nice. And then this has the best option for upfitter switches too. Check that out. Looks like a semi truck. Up top here, you do have destination and delivery at $16.95 with a total price of $88,165. Gee whiz, dude!
Yeah, a little crazy. Never thought I'd spend that much money on a truck.
Yeah, but hey, you got a good deal. He got employee pricing on this thing, guys. So that price is nothing compared to what some of us can get. But can you help me out too when I'm ready to get a Ford truck?
Might be able to.
Awesome. All right, guys. So as you know, we are going to be towing with this bad boy. So for 2020, they did upgrade the Powerstroke motor. How much horsepower does this thing have?
475 horsepower and 1,050 foot-pounds of torque.
Whoa. And it's made it to a 10-speed transmission. So I cannot wait to get this bad boy on the road here. So we're going to go ahead and, it is cold out here, guys. So we're going to probably spend a little time outside. I might give you some B-roll, some music, so you guys can take a look around the truck. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and get on the road here. Wow, guys. I might get a F450 next.
It's a good truck.
Yes. One thing I love already, wide front axle. I mean, this thing just turns for days.
And the adaptive steering, it's less ratios in parking lots than out on the highway.
Okay. So like, is it a little lighter too?
A little lighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can tell them in the dually. Like, it's a little stiff. I think this is my first time driving the F450. No, I drove one. I did a video on a 2020. Excuse me, I forgot. But it's been a while. It's not that bad actually though.
No, it's not. And when you're hooked up to the trailer, it smooths out a lot.
Nice.
It's not designed to drive around as your everyday vehicle.
Huh. Yeah, for the most part, I mean, just at low speeds. I mean, I feel like it's really easy to drive. And just on that little drive, we were in 5th gear.
Yes.
It
upshifts very quickly.
You can't feel them even shifting. Yeah, I'm in 5th gear. I'm going 20 miles an hour. 6th gear at 20. And I'm at about 1250 RPMs in that ballpark.
Up on the
13.
13, yeah.
And what is this called again?
This is the Edge Products CTS3. The new one just came out in the last few months. The CTS2 had been out for years, so this was their new upgrade.
Wow. See, I'm in 7th gear at 27 miles an hour, so like, it keeps the RPMs really low.
Yes.
Wow. And the visibility too is really good too. I feel like, I mean, trucks have pretty small windshields in comparison to cars, but I feel like the visibility is really good out front.
Yeah. Yes, and with Ford doing the drop downs.
Yes. Yeah, you can see out the mirrors a lot better too.
Yes.
This is a big boy truck. I feel like a king driving this thing.
Yeah, it is.
So as you guys know, they did redo the front end of the 2020 and up trucks. So they did restyle it, especially the headlights. And I've heard that the headlights have gotten better for this generation of the pickup truck when they did the refresh. And love the tow hooks just below. This piece down below, that plastic piece, that's pretty big actually too. It's going to probably be aerodynamic, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
It did hit in the snow.
It did hit the snow?
Yeah, a little when I hit a couple, but didn't damage it. So, you know, if it gets me better miles per gallon, I'll deal with it.
Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to know this question. So why did you pick a Ford truck?
I was looking at all, you know, the GMs and the Rams, but once I saw the 450 with the wide track front axle and the way it turns, that was it. I was just, yeah, I have to have this one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can already tell, even just from low speed, just the maneuvering the truck is so easy. I think a lot of people always ask me this question, like, how do they ride? I feel like these trucks ride like SUVs from like the 2000s. Like they're not, they're stiff, but they're not bad. Like I feel like you can drive this day to day and not have any issues.
Yes,
you know,
I'll take it out quite a bit, and if you go with a 3500 and not the 19.5-inch wheels that are steel belted, they're about 20% stiffer than comparable, 17-inch on a 3500 or a 350.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is gonna be a basis point for towing. So I'll try to drop down about 49, 50 miles an hour now. I'm gonna send it. Wow. Such a smooth truck. That is just crazy. So it gets up to speed like it's nothing. I mean, we're going up a grade just now. I mean, it just goes. Yeah, I didn't see what happened with the transmission, so let me just drop down to 65, and I'm gonna wide open throttle one more time. So it dropped down to 8th gear, 9th gear. You can't even feel the shifts. It's so stinking, like, flawless.
Yes, yeah. The shifts are they're incredibly smooth.
Yes, it's crisp. You can't even feel them. I mean, and this truck is fast. I mean, for this being a dually, I'm very appalled by how quick this thing is. I'm a little afraid. We should do a drag race when we have a chance.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And check this out, guys. And look how wide this front axle is. Mono beam front suspension. Check out, you have a sway bar. Look how big that thing is too. It's huge. You got your radius arm. And I love these forged aluminum wheels too. It's gonna be a 225/70, 19.5. You have the power deployable bed steps. And check out the back suspension too. It does have the 4 main leafs, and you have an overload leaf spring. Pretty typical what you see on Fords. They do the same suspension on the F450s also. And in the comment section, who has the best looking dually? It's kind of hard for me to argue. I love my Rams, but man, this truck looks absolutely beefy. And you do have the step for the back of the bed too. You just hit the button under here. It's assisted. Has a 5th wheel prep package, and looks like you have this is for the cameras, and then you have your 7-pin connector. And if you want to control the LED bed lights, they do give you a button back here. And then like I said earlier, this does have that bed step too to get inside the bed. It makes it a little bit easier. Spray and bed liner comes standard too. And this has that 3-inch receiver.
Yes.
And this is like 21,000 pounds, I believe.
24,200.
24,200. Oh my goodness. 2,400 pounds of tongue weight. Jeez. That is insane. So, if you do get a F450 with the 19.5s,
you lose the tire pressure monitors for the truck.
I didn't know that. That was news to me.
That was news to me on my first trip.
Like, where's my tire pressure? Gotcha. So now, can you add something aftermarket?
I believe you can. I'm doing some research on that, because this will monitor the tire pressure of the trailer.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's in the computer somehow. So I would think somebody would come up. I've heard there's problems with the steel belts interrupting the signal from the tire pressure monitors, and that's what I've heard that's the issue, and I've heard just that over a 1 ton it's not regulated to have them, so they don't have them.
So right at highway speed, I'm going about 65 miles an hour. And 10th gear, as I said, like it runs in those higher gears, so I know this truck would get pretty good fuel economy in comparison to like a 3500 Ram, since they have a 6-speed still. But right at 2,000 RPMs. And as far as the truck's pretty comfortable. I mean, the steering it stiffened up a little bit.
Yep.
Now, will this steer me back?
No, it will not. It will warn you. It will shake the steering wheel, but it won't steer you back.
Okay. It's good to know.
Yeah, which I'm also happy about.
Yeah,
you're pulling a trailer. You don't need the truck doing something you're not expecting it to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was driving through a construction zone in North Carolina, pulling the trailer, and the lines were kind of messed up. So the lane departure warning was going off quite a bit. And all of a sudden, in the gauge cluster, it started beeping at me, showed me a cup of coffee, and told me I should take a break.
Really?
It thought I was too tired to drive.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh? So it can like sense that you're like
if you're hitting the lane markers, because it thought I was just bouncing. It was just sort of weaving. And so it thought I was too tired to continue to drive.
Wow.
And it actually has 2 different levels, because one time I was, again, another construction zone, and I was hitting it a little bit, and it made a suggestion that I get off the road and take a rest. And the next one other time in that other construction zone, it was like, you need to stop.
Wow. That's so crazy. Your truck can tell you're drowsy. You're driving drowsy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Alright guys, so we are inside of the interior. Check out everything. This thing looks really, really amazing. I mean, Ford trucks, I mean, hey, let's just face it. Ram is leading the way with the interiors. I mean, I think we all can agree to that.
Yes.
But this feels right at home. I mean, look at the stitching on the top of the dash. I mean, you have storage pretty much everywhere. You have a charging station I see down there, dual climate control, heated seats, cool seats, heated steering wheel. And overall, I love the soft touch on the doors. I mean, there's a little bit of hard plastic here, but you're not really touching much of anything on this side when you're resting your hand. I love the black trim for the wood too. Is that like a wood piece accent, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of buttons on this side. I mean, you have lights on these lights are on the mirrors. You can adjust the mirrors to go in and out. And if you need to close them, does it on both sides. And these are auto up and down for the fronts, and then auto down. Actually, no, you have to hold it for the back windows. Alright, so Robert was showing me that you can actually change some of the gauges up top here, and he has like one monitoring the DEF level, which is pretty cool that they allow you to do that. Ram does it. I'm trying to think if Chevy does it. In the comment section, let me know. I can't remember if the Duramax has a level that you can see, or you might have to go through the screen in order to see where your level is. One thing I will say, if Ram did not have the mega cab, I think that Ford is probably first place with the rear space back here. I mean, look at the floor. It has a flat floor surface too, and the seats are pretty comfortable also. I love that you have that panoramic sunroof that comes all the way back to. Really does open up the interior. It makes it feel nice and cozy. They also give you heated seats. And you have USBs, you have a Type A and a Type C, and then you just have a regular plug with the regular standard plug here too. And this is the power inverter. Robert was saying that it runs the plugs for out back here, and then out front. And can you run it even with the truck off too?
Yes.
Nice. So you can run phones and like power tools, things like that?
Yeah, 400 watts, so more than a lot of the cars that just have household style plugs, but you really can't use it very much.
True.
So it's useful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Alright guys, so I'm in eco mode. So I wanted to kind of see if acceleration gets worse. Here we go. It's definitely worse. But it's not bad though. It
still gets up and goes.
It still gets up and goes, but I can tell there was like a little bit of a lag when I hit it just now. Not bad though. And I did reset the fuel economy too. So
So when we get back to our stopping location, I'll show you guys the numbers. So this is going to give us a basis point when we tow the trailer. All right, guys, so 17 miles, we got 17.5 mpg, and let me scoot over to transmission. We're at 201, and then the engine, where's it at? Engine information?
Yeah.
196 for oil temperature. Not bad. But that's a good basis point, so when we go to hook up the trailer, we have to remember those numbers. And Robert was saying too, this shows you your temperature. I like this thing. I might have to get one for my truck. It shows you your transmission, engine coolant, and what was this one? Engine oil?
Engine oil.
Engine oil, nice. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can zoom in when I go to edit this.
And exhaust temperature up in the top left.
Oh, nice. Okay, exhaust temperature.
And you can select just about anything you want on there.
Here, let me grab one time. All right, guys, so check this out. You slide your hand in, pops open the mirrors. If you push the button, it'll actually close them too for you. So just below, you have your front gross axle weight rating at 6,000 pounds. You have a rear gross axle weight rating at 9,900 pounds, 14,000 pound GVWR. This is gonna have a 430 rear axle. And all-in payload capacity is 4,764 pounds. That's a big number, actually. That's a pretty big number.
Yes.
So, wow, that's really good. And if I haven't shown it to you yet, there's your 430 rear axle. It's huge. And it has the little vanes on it too to help with keeping it cool. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. So Robert, you're gonna start a channel, right?
Yes.
What do you think the name's gonna be?
I'm thinking Hook 2 horsepower.
Hook 2 horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got some nice cars in the trailer, you know, some powerful things.
Very interesting guy. He has a huge garage. I'm really envious of that. So I gotta come out and check that out one day too. But we're gonna do a video with us driving the F450 hooked up to my trailer. But before that, I'm gonna let him drive my truck so he can give his perspective of the Ram. See you guys in the next video.
Yeah, see ya.